What's good, y'all? Listen, look, I'm mad I even gotta say this.
Why are we acting like this is not? Don't get your fucking
There's nothing wrong with hate. You've got to hate some things with a passion. And destruction, they must dislike and hate with a passion.
Hello out there. I know it's not really popping tonight, but we're here. Hello out there. So lovely to be here. I know it's late. I don't usually go live this late. It's weird. I don't know. I was just up. I was making content. I just made a couple videos. I made some stuff for Patreon. Y'all go check that out. I talked about Diddy on Patreon. I haven't made a video about the whole Diddy situation going on. I've done that for a reason. So go to Patreon if you want to see how I feel about what's going on with Diddy and all that. Go ahead over to Patreon. Head on over there. I got the video up. It's like 30 minutes. Go ahead and put that. Go ahead and get into that if you want to see how I feel about that. But some of the reasons for Tory, why I haven't spoken on the Tory thing either. So, but we here with it is what it is. And you know what I hate? I love these glasses, but I hate this damn reflection. I like the only thing I can look at the screen is this damn reflection. Like it's blowing. This is blowing it. On this phone, on TikTok, I can't really see it. But on here, like I think it's the light. The reflection is killing me. Like I can't. This shit is annoying. It's like I can't. It makes me not even want to wear them. Like for real. It throws the whole lab off. I can't. The what you call it? Yeah, like my hair though. Y'all feeling the vibes. TikTok, y'all feeling the vibes. I bet the TikTok know about it. But yeah, I got my hair done the other day. Okay, had to take myself to me and my sister went up to a little African shop. Shout out to the Monte Marcus Moore and K Smith. DMZ live on the late night tip. Not for real, the late tip. I don't know why. I was just like, after I finished recording this, I was like, you know what? It was like 10. I was like, you know what? I low-key could still go live, honestly. I'm not really out of energy yet, so let's just go live. Screw it. I'll still everything. Because I was going to do it tomorrow during the day, but I'm like, I could just go live again tomorrow, to be honest, which I probably do. I got some other things to talk about. But yeah, so yeah, we're just here off the late night, If y'all catch this in the playback, shout out to you. Wish you were here. But yeah, y'all like my hair. Let me know in the comments. Y'all with it. Y'all know I did a little color. I went up there too. Me and my sister went to a little African shop. You feel me? African aunties hooked us up. That drum was cool, They did the right thing. But I will say they did. My sister wasn't satisfied. Let me just say that with her hair. Although she looks beautiful, her hair came out really good. It wasn't what she wanted. So, that was the whole thing. But other than that, they did a really good job. Okay, and I got the small. Y'all know I got a lot of hair. It took them like 4-5 hours. I was late to work. I had to work at like 7 o'clock. I didn't even work. I just closed literally. But yeah, they did it really fast. It was like 4 people on my head, child. But they did it. They did what they needed to do. They do need to learn how to. You know what it is though with African braiders. They don't know they are braiders. They're not hairstylists. They're not hairstylists. That's the thing, So when you're going to African braided shops, for the most part, from what I've experienced at least, you're kind of just going there for the style. Let me say that. Or you're not a hairdresser. Would that be the proper terminology? Because they don't know, they don't know how to maintain or upkeep the hair or or manage our hair for real. I don't know if they handle their hair differently or what, but I know each time I've been in an African braided shop, they did not handle my hair the way they were supposed to handle my shit. Even that time, they did a good job that time, but I detangled my hair really well. I blew dried really well, so their job wasn't that hard, and they went over and blew dried it again, so it wasn't that bad, except for when they got to the middle for real, then they start using that. They like to use that little tooth comb, and they be starting at the root. That's what I'm like. They don't be used. They not hairdressers. They're just braiders. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta understand that going there. So they be using that little ass comb at the root. I'm like, girl, at least start at the end and work your way up. You at the root pulling my shit, girl. And all of them do that, but it's because they're not fucking the hairdressers, and a lot of motherfuckers aren't certified. They're not legally. They shouldn't even be doing that shit. One time I went to one of them joints. It was like a 16-year-old that was doing the back of my hair. She had started the back of my hair, and I think she had to leave. I ended up giving her like $20 because she did a really good job. But I'm like, ain't no way in hell her little ass certified. Ain't no way. You tell her ass look like she about to go to an after-school program. Ain't no way she's certified. She ain't even supposed to be working a bit real. But Yeah, you know, so yeah, that's the thing. I'm just saying, so fair warning to those of you who've never been to one of those shops before. Yeah, go there with your hair already prepped, blow dried, wash, condition. Do all that shit yourself, and then just go there and let them braid it. Okay, you might even need to bring your detailing brush. I feel like next time I might bring my detailing brush. That little ass comb was blowing shit out. I'm like, girl, all you need is the little brush, the detailing brush. Do it gentle, girl. You ain't gotta, you know, do a little gentle. Hold on to the root, you know. Damn, I'm like, maybe they just culturally they don't handle their hair the same way we do. You know what I'm saying? Which is, you know, it is what the fuck it is. But yeah, for sure, different experience than going to an FBA hairdresser or FBA hair salon. For sure, it's definitely a different experience, 100%. But shout out to them though. This was Nina's in where is this at? Where is this in Atlanta, Maryland? This was Nina's in Atlanta, Maryland. Atlanta, Maryland. It was like $260. Not bad, but they don't know how to tuck. Fair warning. That's what was wrong with my sister's hair. They didn't know how to tuck. They don't know how to tuck hair. As you can see, my hair's out of the top. So they don't know how to tuck your hair. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get color. Just know your hair is going to be showing. Okay. So if you don't want your hair to be showing, get the same color as your hair. Okay. They didn't inform my sister of that. They actually informed her of the opposite. Told her the opposite at first. But yeah, other than that, good experience. And my mother just went back today and she got her hair done. Even though I feel like she kind of still paid too much, and she was there for like 7 hours. I don't know how the fuck she was there for 7 hours and her hair is like that long. Like, I'm like, how the fuck did they take 7 hours? She got there at 1:30 and she didn't leave, and she got back home at like she left. She got back here like 10, but she left at like 9:30. What the fuck was taking them so long? It took them 5 hours to do my hair, and I have a head full of hair. Like, literally, there's no way they should have took 7 hours on that woman head, but whatever, we here with it. Hey, it's been a while. Yeah, I know, right? But we here with it. That's all that matters, right? All right, let's get into it. We got a couple things to get into. First, let me get into this first. Sunday, if you are in the DMV, please come out. We're gonna be at Malcolm X Park in Northwest DC. Our good brother Mike Epps is going to be hosting. It's a nice comedy go-go concert. It's a family event. It's going to be some vendors, food. My father's going to be there. DC Pie Man. He's going to bring out the pies. You know how he do. I'm going to pull up. I'm going to be out there. Might bring my little tripod. Goes out. So yeah, it's going to be a good time for sure. Y'all make sure if you're free on Sunday, it's from 11 a.m. to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Definitely come out. It's gonna be a good time, like for sure. It's gonna be a really good time. Y'all should for sure pop out and show some love. Okay. Shout out to brother Darrell Muhammad. He's the one who actually put this together. That's my father's friend who told me about this event. That's why I'm promoting it for him. But yeah, it should be a good event. It's about stop the killing, unifying the brothers. You know, trying to get the brothers to stop killing each other, killing themselves. Okay. And cleaning up the streets. So shout out to that brother. He does a lot of community work. This should be a nice event. Good time. Y'all come out again. Bring your families. Bring the fam. Okay. All right. Let's see. What's that first one? Speaking of DC, let's start with DC first. So this is a video that popped in my timeline. Shout out to DMV Hood News. They cover, local news in our area, things that they usually do stuff that's going on more so in like socially or in the culture. They'll cover artists and entertainers and stuff like that, but they also cover things like this that's happening in the city. And these brothers was posted up, and some police officers walked up to them harassing them. And I just love the way these brothers stood on business. I love the way they stayed on code. And stayed stoic. They practice. This was a great display of how you're supposed to move. You know, when the police is trying to harass you. All right, you got to practice stoicism. I love this. But the brothers was doing the right thing. Hold on, let me make myself a little smaller so I can see it. Hold up. Yeah, let's do it like that. Hold up.
Is it just weed in there? Was a lot of weed? Seems like a lot. Is your weed? Bro, I don't care about no weed, bro. It's under 2 ounces. No issue. Yeah. Is it weed? Thank you.
Anybody claiming this? No? Abandoned property? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's way more. Right? 1-8. Nobody's bad?
I have a 1-8.
There's nothing in this bag, right?
Why are you trying to
There's a gun right in front of y'all. Nah.
Y'all in that area right now.
You tell me no more guns over here. You mind?
Nah, don't do it.
What you mean? We can stop everybody here. Nothing going on, bro. That's a fact.
Let us see it. Brothers on code, man. Brothers on code, baby. Because you see how nobody flinched, nobody was answering questions, nobody responded, nobody got loud, got an attitude, nobody. They were just like, oh, you got it. Nah, ain't nobody. Oh, that's somebody back up. Ain't nobody. They didn't even say that. They were just looking. Oh. And then looked away. That's somebody back. Oh, this ain't none of y'all bag. It's just weed. You got, and I hate that. Oh, I hate. That's one of the things I think. I mean, it's a down south thing too, but I think it's like a more up north thing. I really cannot stand the fact that these, especially in particular officers up here, will try to go with this bullshit. Oh no, it's bro, we're cool, bro. It's like that. It's that covert liberal fucking racism. I hate it. The black and the white officers do it. These are black officers right here. But oh yeah, bro, I'm not tripping, bro. It's just weed, bro. If it's under 2 ounces, then I'm not tripping. So why the fuck is you over here? If it's just weed, if all you see is weed, you should have been like, oh, bro, it's just, y'all just got weed. Let me back up. Y'all good? Y'all ain't got no guns. If you ain't looking for that, why you gonna pick up the bag? Oh, this look like more than 2 ounces. Nigga, you trying to get a nigga. They know that. They know who bag that was. Y'all know they know who bag that was. But they know that y'all out there trying to get somebody. So no, we not about to. And then you come right over to the other brother try. He was like, nah, I'm so glad he played it smooth. He was like, nah, bro, he eating his food. Nah, hey, ain't nothing going on over here. I know what you're talking about. Like, that's how you. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it. And I've seen, especially up here, I've just seen some brothers go off for the police. I ain't mad at them. I've seen my brother, my daddy. I just seen multiple men. I'm not gonna be lying. I know. They went over the police, okay? Justifiably so. And I ain't mad at it, okay? Because some police don't be standing on shit. That's that liberal thing that they like to do. Now, we'll say that's a little bit different. Their tolerance, that back and forth, it's kind of like even in New York. How you be seeing New Yorkers fight and shit like that. It's a little bit like the hostility is a little bit different. The level of hostility is different up here than it is down south. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen too many niggas going cops down south. I done went on a couple of cops. They were just but I have not seen too many people do that in the South. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more of a northern thing, you know. Where they just be going. I didn't see men and women go the fuck in, okay, or cops, or police officers. But a part of the reason why they can up here is because of that covert liberal bullshit where they trying to act like they not being as wicked as they are, you know, which honestly might be a little bit, honestly, it is worse than you. I'd rather you just let me know you anti-black racist. You a nigga, and that's why I'm pulling your ass over. So give me your license. Like, just let me know what the fuck it is. Don't have me sitting here talking, yes, your windshield wipers. No, you did this. No, you're moving fast. Wait a minute, you're threatening me. Whoa, I need you out the car. Now I gotta search your car. Now I gotta get a dog unit. Now I gotta. All right, nigga, you could have just gave me the ticket because I was black, and I could have been on my goddamn way. All right, so yeah, but shout out to them brothers for doing the right thing, like for real. I love, you know, I hate the fact that it was black officers over there harassing them. But I do love the fact that them brothers sit on menace, like for real. You know, and that's the thing, another thing, them damn officers up here, you would think that's why I'm not for representation. Representation don't always matter because all skin folk get kinfolk. Okay. Hey family, hey, salute to the family, peace and blessings, peace and blessings, freedom. Freedom, Eileen. Let's see. What I got next? Oh, I had to show this because I ain't talked about this yet. I meant to talk about this actually like last week, but I was like, let me just go ahead and get my 2 cents. And because I kind of wanted to learn a little bit more about it. Because I don't know why it just randomly popped up, but y'all know, I'm sure by now y'all have heard of this big ass statue in New York City of a black woman. I don't know if it's supposed to be an FBA black woman or a Tether. It's giving Tether to me because I'm like, who the fuck? Who approved of this? Who approved of this? I'm just confused. This got to be a Tether, matter of fact. Because she didn't even dress with the hoops, the gold earrings, the chain. She looked basic as hell. She looked like she just got off the boat. This got to be a tether. Got to be a tether. Ain't no way the fuck this supposed to represent FBA women. This shit look crazy. Egregious operating twins. Let me play the video.
And communicate those inner worlds that we have, and sometimes we misinterpret with one another, to try and create an understanding and basically encourage empathy.
I have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lead.
Yeah, black people out there. Was that a church full of black women? Was that a choir full of black women? Oh, brother. Oh God. And they got the black. They didn't win and cherry pick the black woman that looked like this big ass bitch. They didn't win and cherry pick the black woman they could find, except for that one. She, yeah.
We all need somebody.
This is how we want to be represented. And you know what? Before I even get to the article, because I'm gonna read a little bit of an article. This is because I don't understand why the fuck this was right here. So I'm gonna just go look into it right quick. But you know what the sad part about this is? Even though this is outrageous, egregious, and everything between, and I don't think this picture actually represents black women, foundational black American women. Partially the tethers, the liberal black women, these feminists, they are partially to blame for this imagery. And even some of them, I mean, honestly, just the modern black women we have today, some of us, it's just the mentalities are the reason why we got this bullshit as representation. This is why. Now we know, I think it's what is it? Like 1 out of every 4 black women is like overweight. I mean, don't take that statistic for service level. I'm not sure if that's correct. It might not be correct, but something like that. There's a lot of us that's over fucking weight. Okay. So that's not surprising. When you walk down the street, I got women in our family that's overweight. I mean, come on. So it's not like it's uncommon to see a black woman that size, but for her to be our representative, that falls on the backs of these feminists, these liberals, these tethers, who are trying to push us into this liberal, feminist mold, white woman mold that we can't even really fit into, because the white women get to look like however the fuck they want to look. They don't push they fat black women. They got fat white ass feminists on the front lines for sure. But when you think about their white feminists, they ain't come. Gloria Steinem wasn't no overweight bitch. They didn't do that. They did that for a reason. They didn't do that for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But we get up there and we got to be the black. We got to be the fat overweight joint with no jewelry. She ain't got no heels on. She not looking for. She just got her hands on her hips like she got attitude and pose. Attitude and pose. That's all the fuck we get as black American women. That's all we get. I guarantee you they would not have done no white women like that. They would have put up that bitch Marilyn Monroe. They would have put up one of their little fine shit white women. That's what they would have did. One of their better looking white women. Come on, bro. I'm like, and I don't know if this is after actually, I think this is after a particular sister. My bad. This ain't to offend you. I'm sorry. But you should not be representing black American women. I'm sorry. Absolutely the fuck not. This is not acceptable. This is highly unacceptable. Actually, let me get into the article right quick. I do apologize if I offended you. I'm sorry. But hey, it is what the fuck it is. You should not be representing black women. I'm sorry. Not physically. You should not be the face I think of. Or that should not be the statue I think of when I think of black women. That's crazy as hell. Insane. All right, let me see. Who came up with this nuts? This nonsense. A new statue in Times Square has a lot of people talking, blah, 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 blah. It depicts a young black woman dressed in everyday clothes, standing with her hands on her hips. Everyday clothes? Hold up. Let me go back to that joint. Give me 2 seconds. Hold up. Give me 2 seconds. Damn, did I exit out? Oh, damn, I exit out. Is it a picture up here? Damn, ain't no picture up here? Seriously? Hold up. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta have this picture. As they doing this, hold up. Because I'm just trying to figure out how the hell is those that ain't what no regular black American woman wearing. We fly. We don't even dress like that. Let me see. Black woman, Times Square. Oh, I should just screenshot it. I'm gonna screenshot it. Hold up. Statue? Really? Yeah, they literally just gave me black women in time. So are you for real? That's like the latest thing that happened. People was gonna pull up the statue. Absolutely ridiculous. Where's it at? Is that it? Wow. Why is 17? I was about to say, why is 1,700 statues popping up in that? What the? Oh, okay. Isn't that the one I'm looking for? Okay. Why am I hot? See, this is what I was just talking about, y'all. Now I'm getting hot again. It's egregious. Hold up. 2 seconds. All right, I got it. I really need time. Yeah, I really need. Okay, so how the fuck is this a black woman? Dressed in everyday clothes, please. This is not a black woman. This is a black woman going to the gym. Black woman running some errands. Black woman running to the mailbox. This is not a black woman in everyday clothes. What the hell are we like? That's why I'm like, this got to be a tether. Got to be a tether. It got to be. It ain't no way. It has to be a tether. But let's see. It depicts a young woman dressed in everyday clothes. So what's behind such a strong and diverse reaction? TJ Portis says she felt an instant connection to the bronze statue. Blah, 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 blah. It's time to see a statue that represents modern day women. Yeah, unfortunately, some of these modern women do look like that. But it still don't represent all of us. You dripping. The real women, not a pretend woman. See, this is what I mean. This is that bullshit propaganda these feminists and liberals, the black feminists, love to do. Oh, what does she say? Oh, the real woman, not the pretend woman. It's like, why does real woman to us gotta be fat? Why do we gotta be fat and real? I would rather be a skinny, fake ass bitch. Why do I gotta be fat and real? This is that's propaganda. They did this. When did they do this? I feel like they just did. They did something. I don't know why this. That's something else just popped in my head. Was this a Black Lives Matter thing that they did something similar to this? I feel like it might have been Black Lives Matter who did something similar to this a little while ago. Was that the electric slide thing? Yeah, they did the electric slide thing. With the black woman. Then they had the black woman twerking. I mean, why does it always have to be the bottom of the barrel shit with y'all? These liberal feminists. Why do we gotta liberate ourselves with bullshit? Why are we trying to find empowerment through degeneracy, through unhealthiness, through lack of exercise? This is egregious. All right. It's time to see the statue that represents You'll find her at 46th Street and Broadway. She's at 46th Street and Broadway, for those of you who are in New York and want to go see it. The piece called Grounded in the Stars is a work of London-based... Oh, I knew it! What I say, y'all? Did I say it was a goddamn tether? I told y'all it was a tether. London-based sculptor. Thomas Price. I knew it. In partnership with Times Square. Yeah, I knew it. Now, why couldn't y'all get a Black American artist? Why wouldn't y'all go get a Black American artist to represent a Black woman in Times Square? You gonna go get a nigga from over the pond, from overseas, to create something to represent us here? When we got plenty of sculptors, artists here, they could have done that. I'm just saying, like, okay. All right, okay. It is meant to challenge one to think differently and critically about complicated themes like identity and representation. Really? Is it? Or is it propaganda? If I was a Black woman, I'd in more ways than one be looking up to that. All right. Okay. She's standing with pride and grace and looks like a being of strength. Is it? And why we always gotta be the ones that represent strength? Why the Black woman gotta be the strong? Why can't you get a white fat ass woman to say she represents strength and love and all? I wouldn't give a damn. I would be like, you know what? I'm happy for the white feminists. I'm glad y'all got y'all little white fat woman statue. Why do we gotta be the ones that's strong and proud? Why? Why she gotta stand there with an attitude with her hands on her hips like this? Yeah, I'm strong. Like, why gotta be our representation? It don't gotta be. That's propaganda. Oh, Jesus. Greatest. She's strategically positioned right near two monuments. Both. What? She's strategically positioned right near two monuments. Both are white men. So we pushing Bedouin tree. Are we pushing? What are we doing? What are we doing right now? So you got her, you got a fat black woman that's representing strength and all this other bullshit in between two white men. So she's being empowered by the white men behind. I get it. It's coming. I'm getting it. It's coming. I get it. So what it is that y'all know, y'all really putting the truth in plain sight, because y'all know the black women who become empowered, the fat black women today, they like to push these feminines that they like to empower, are usually empowered by white men, right? Is that what it is? Is that the real message? I think I cracked the code. I think that's the real code. I think that might be the real messaging. Is that if you're going to get empowerment from this way, you got to know White Zaddy is going to be the one to give it to you. He's going to be the one to give it to you. And mind you, a lot of these tethers in particular, these liberal tethers in particular, but even the ones that are FBA, a lot of them be bad ones too. Love white men. They say all this shit about white men and then turn over and be fucked. Yeah, and people was just bringing up Dear White People on Twitter the other day and was talking about how weird the show got after like third season. It was funny. But even in that show was a perfect display of the liberal black woman who's all for the people, and I'm calling out white people, and dear white people, you guys don't understand our struggle. And she's in love with a whole ass white man. Whole relationship. While she's talking shit about all these white people on the podcast, and then she goes right home to her white zaddy to make her feel better. About punching up on white masters, on zaddies, the other zaddies that she not with. Like this is offensive. I'm gonna just be real. This is a little offensive. I'm not gonna lie. This is the greatest. I love the way that the two male statues are facing downtown towards Broadway, and she's looking uptown, putting Broadway at her back. Wait a minute. I love the way that the two males are facing downtown towards Broadway, and she's looking uptown, putting Broadway at her back. So she's beneath them. She's lower than them. And they're looking down. If she was on the other side of them, they will be looking down at her, and she will be looking up at them. This ain't no bad for you. All they did was turn the girl around. All they did was turn the fucking statue around. And if the girl was turned around, they trying to make it seem she has her back towards Broadway. And they're looking down at Broadway. All you gotta do is turn the fucking statue around, and she's gonna be looking up at them. What are we talking about? And they'll be looking down at her. So this is offensive. Oh my god, let me get up. I gotta get to the meat. This is outrageous. I'm not reading no more of this shit. Let me get to the real story. What the fuck we hit? Because that is egregious. I can't believe so many black women was actually elated about that shit. It is egregious. Outrage everything between TikTok. I gotta get up off here. What I'm about to talk about is not appropriate for TikTok. They will probably ban me. So I'm gonna get up off here. It's because we black, huh? It's always because we black, man. We know this. Yeah. Anyways, let me get up off here. Follow me. Come on over to YouTube if y'all want to finish the live. I'm still gonna be on here, but I appreciate y'all. Bye. So yeah. Now moving on. Adriana Smith. Oh, actually, now I'm going to play this video first. I know some of y'all might be a little thrown off. Okay. Because the person who's delivering the message ain't the usual messenger. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Not at least for me. I don't usually play videos, not with this perspective. But he actually does a pretty good job of laying out exactly what's going on. So I'm going to let him say it, and then we're going to go into what you call, because this is how I found the video too, and he explained it pretty well. That's why I went and looked into it. So yeah, I'm going to let him explain it, and then we'll get into it in a second.
Well, it looks like you no longer need a Hulu subscription to watch The Handmaid's Tale anymore. Just book a flight to Georgia and you can watch it all unfold in real time.
Hold up. Sorry.
Well, it looks like you no longer need a Hulu subscription to watch The Handmaid's Tale anymore. Just book a flight to Georgia and you can watch it all unfold in real time. A 30-year-old nurse, Adriana Smith, was declared brain dead over 3 months ago. She's still on life support, though. Why? Because she's pregnant. This isn't some dystopian fiction. This is Georgia's abortion law in action. And what's even more terrifying is this exact same scenario happens in season 3, episode 9 of The Handmaid's Tale. Down to the details. A handmaid, someone forced to give birth, loses too much blood. She's declared brain dead, and the state keeps her body alive just to use it as an incubator. This is no longer just a dystopian concept. This is Georgia's law. Adriana had blood clots in her brain. Her family says the hospital ignored her symptoms. They didn't do a CT scan and then discharged her with meds. The next morning, she collapsed and was pronounced brain dead. And now, Georgia's so-called heartbeat law has turned her body into state property because she's not at risk anymore. She's just dead, but not dead enough for the law. Doctors are legally required to keep her body breathing against her family's wishes until the fetus, which is currently 21 weeks old, reaches viability at 32 weeks. That's 11 more weeks of machines, trauma for her family, and escalating hospital bills. And who's going to pay for those bills? The state? And this is all for a fetus that doctors are already saying might not even survive. The fetus has fluid in the brain, so when he's born, he can be born stillborn, he might be wheelchair bound, he might be blind, but none of that matters to the lawmakers who wrote the heartbeat law, because choice was never the point. Under normal circumstances, the family or Adriana's own medical wishes would guide this decision. This isn't a miracle. This is a medically enforced hostage situation. Her body isn't hers anymore. It belongs to the state. All because a handful of extremist men want to play God. The same state who let her walk out of a hospital with no CT scans, with doctors who didn't listen to her, are now demanding her corpse be left viable and functioning for 4 more months. Governor Brian Kemp and the lawmakers who passed this law, they should be forced to sit with Adriana's family every single day and explain why their daughter's death is now a political stunt. Let's stop pretending this is about life. It's about power. It's about punishment. It's about stripping women, especially Black women, of dignity, autonomy, and peace. So no, this isn't an episode of The Handmaid's Tale. This is America in 2025.
Yeah, all right. Shout out to that creator. You know, he had his own commentary on it, but he did do a good job of explaining what exactly the hell is going on. And I'm about to get into the get into an article about it, okay? Because that was egregious. Now, y'all know how I feel about unaliving children, okay? In the womb or not. So I don't think I really have to go too far on that detail, but I will say this right here, this particular case is egregious. In no way, in no world would I want somebody to keep my body alive. What, for 4 months? Maybe like a couple days. Okay, you're talking about a couple days right in the pregnancy, or maybe you can come out premature and you can do a C-section. You just need a couple days, but you're talking about 4 fucking months. There's no way in hell I ever see myself wanting to be kept brain dead for 4 months while you grow a baby who might not even survive. Like that just sounds inhumane. Like, yeah, I mean, that literally, like, at that point, the woman is an incubator. At that point, the woman is like a machine. Like, she's no longer, I mean, I feel like that's a little inhumane. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, we about to get into it. I understand the baby, but she's dead. Like, that's egregious. So let's get into it. Adriana Smith, a 30-year-old nurse. I don't want to go word by word just because he kind of summed it up. Or maybe I should. Adriana Smith, a 30-year-old nurse and mother, was about 9 weeks pregnant in February when doctors declared her brain dead after she suffered a medical emergency. But Smith's mother, April Newkirk, told Atlanta TV station WXIA that doctors at Emory University Hospital have been keeping her organs functioning since then until the fetus can be delivered, citing Georgia's law banning most abortions after fetal cardiac activity can be detected or roughly 6 weeks into pregnancy. Smith is now 22 weeks into the pregnancy and has been on life support for more than 90 days. More than 90 days is crazy. The bills is gonna be crazy. My grandson may be blind, may not be able to walk. We don't know if he'll live once she has him. And I'm not saying we would have to choose to terminate her pregnancy. What I'm saying is we should have a choice. They should have a choice. Democratic, especially the father. If anybody, and honestly, that it kind of doesn't make sense that they wouldn't have that in there, to be honest. But the father should definitely have a say so, like 100%. Should have a say so, even if you're not legally married. It will make, if anybody having a say so outside of the mother, the father should be the one to be like, okay, well, keep her alive or keep her on life support or pull a plug. You know what I'm saying? That would make a little bit more sense. But the state or the hospital, Democratic State Senator Nabili, I'm not pronouncing that right. Islam Parks wrote a letter to Georgia's Republican Attorney General Chris Carr asking for clarity about how Georgia's abortion law should be applied in this context. Let me be plain. This is grotesque distortion. This is a grotesque distortion of medical ethics and human decency. It is. That law in Georgia could be interpreted to require a brain dead woman's body to artificially maintain a fetal incubator. Is not only medically unsound, it's inhumane. I just thought there it is. That shit is inhumane. I'm not gonna lie. The law known as the Life Act was narrowly passed and signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp in 2019. I know I've heard that Brian Kemp. I've heard that name before. I know that name. Bad thing or good thing? Let me know in the chat. In 2019, but was not enforced until the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022. So yeah, that's oh man, I'm thirsty. Yeah, I'm getting hot. Getting hot again, y'all. I'm sorry. The hell y'all say? Like, I don't understand. How is it getting hot in here? I don't understand. It was just cold. I mean, maybe it's me, but I don't think it's me, yo. I think it's the room. I don't know if it's right around this time of night it starts getting hot and then cold and then hot and cold. How do I fix that? Let me know in the chat or the comments. But was not enforced until okay. A legal challenge to Georgia's abortion law is still working its way through the state courts. There is nothing in in the Life Act that requires medical professionals to keep a woman on life support after brain death. After brain death. Carr's office responded in a statement: removing life support is not an action with the purpose to terminate a pregnancy. I mean, by technicality it is, but it's not necessarily, because it's not necessarily, but it is technically, it's technically, because if you kill the mother, you automatically kill the child. You pull a plug, you're pulling the plug on the baby. So, I get it, but I don't agree with it. There's nothing in life that nothing in the Life Act that at all read that. Emory Healthcare seems to have come to a different conclusion. The hospital has not addressed the Attorney General's legal opinion and has not responded to repeated requests for comment, but the health system did provide a statement to several outlets last week. Emory Healthcare uses consensus from clinical experts, medical literature, and legal guidance to support our providers as they make individualized treatment recommendations in compliance with Georgia's abortion laws and all the other applicable laws. The health system wrote, our top priorities continue to be the safety and well-being of the patients we serve. Bullshit. We already know about the anti-black racism within medical care. Come on, especially when it comes to black women. Especially when it comes to black women. So we already know. The family already said that the sister had went into there the day before with complaints and wanted to get checked out. And basically they ignored her damn complaints, gave her some fucking perkies and said, take your ass home. And the next day she ends up passing out, end up in the hospital on fucking and is brain dead, pronounced brain dead. Because she has I think it was blood clots in her brain. So do y'all really prioritize your patients that you're serving? Is that what you're doing? Because you damn sure didn't prioritize her, and you're not doing it now. So but that's not surprising, especially in Georgia. You talking about in the South? Oh yeah, for sure. Democrat. Yeah, I'm just saying, for sure. Let me see. And you know what? I kind of thought of too with this. A lot of the people on the right complain about the birth rates for white women, and that kind of fueling them being against abortion and things like that. I'm like, what if really this is really a loophole for the white supremacists to get their women, although we can be affected, as you see, to get their women to make them more babies? That's egregious and still inhumane. But is that the ultimate? Is that what it is? Is that the? Are y'all willing to let? They do white sacrifice. They sacrifice a little to for the greater. So I'm like, I don't know. Is that a ploy for white women or something? That's just. I know white women ain't for that for sure. Them liberals. They definitely feminists ain't for that. They definitely ain't fucking with this damn Life Act. But yeah. I'm like, is that a little loophole to get them to make them keep having children? Because I'm like, I don't know. Either way, I don't like it though, because a black woman is being affected by it regardless. But yeah, it's egregious. Let me see. Mary Ziegler, a law professor at University of California, Davis says the disconnect is not uncommon in the post-Roe era, as the medical providers in states with restrictive abortion laws have become more risk adverse. Running afoul of the law can carry criminal penalties in many states. This scenario in Georgia right now is an example of what where you have to have the attorney general who says no problem, go ahead, and you have doctors and their lawyers reading the law and saying we're not so sure, which is bullshit. Sound like they're trying to get money. You know them niggas get money off that too. Them hospitals make money. They make money off. I think they make money off people being plugged in, like people that's brain dead. Where you have to pay for them to keep functioning. They make money off that shit. That's what that sound like. Sound like a money grab, to be honest. Whose deaths drew national attention pro publica this last year that a state panel ruled, or it could be, y'all know, keep attention for Obama too. This could be some experimental shit too. Careful about it. Let me see. Pan ruled the deaths preventable. Let me see. Where was that? Ziegler also pointed out that 2 other Black women in Georgia, Amber Thurman and Candy Miller, whose deaths drew national attention last year, that a state panel ruled their deaths preventable and likely the result of doctors being slow or unwilling to provide abortion care because of Georgia's law. Yeah, egregious. I'm not surprised. And a Black woman, I'm not surprised. Now, I will say, because I'm not for that, I will have to look into their cases to see the specificities. Moreover, to see if I agree with that. But I wouldn't be surprised if the white supremacists, use that law against them as well. Let's see. Top Republicans in Georgia have disputed whether the state's abortion law played any role or not. The case also highlighted Georgia's maternity mortality crisis. Disproportionately, but exactly, that's what I'm saying. With Black women, the maternal come on, even the children mortality rate, it's way higher than others. Our children's. So yeah, and that's not by coincidence, it's by design for sure. Debate over personhood. Let me see what you said. Medical apartheid. Of course, do thorough research on your doctors, white supremacists. White supremacists do work in the medical field too. Of course. So I'm like, literally, they're filled with them. This could easily be that for sure. In the case of Adriana Smith, Ziegler says one reason Emory may be interpreting Georgia law in this way is because of a provision in the abortion law establishing what is known as fetal personhood. Fetal personhood is the idea that embryos and fetuses are people and have legal rights, which I agree to a degree, but let's keep reading. In Georgia, for example, residents can claim a fetus as a dependent on state taxes. Interesting. You can claim a fetus as a dependent on your tax? Damn, that's kind of clutch. I ain't gonna even lie. That's right. Ziegler, author of a book. Oh, you know what? Is that clutch or is that? How far along do you have to be? It's probably not a finesse. I was about to say, could women finesse that? Like, get pregnant, abort, and then, still get the money type shit. But I'm like, you probably got to be a certain, ways ahead. I don't know. Let's see. Ziegler, author of the book Personhood is the New Civil War over Reproduction, says establishing fetal personhood has long been a goal of the anti-abortion movement. Republican State Senator Ed Setzler, who sponsored Georgia's 2019 abortion law, said in a statement that he believes Emory is interpreting the law correctly. I think it is completely appropriate that the hospital do what they can to save the life of the child. I think it is an unusual circumstance, but I think it highlights the value of innocent human life. I think the hospital is acting appropriately. I don't know about that, man. I don't think so. 4 months is a lot. That's a long time for a baby. And then I'm just thinking about spiritually, you're bringing a child you're allowing a child to grow in somebody's womb that's no longer being fueled by their spirit. You know what I'm saying? Or like, it's not the same. Their body is now being she's being fueled by a machine, So the fact that I don't know how that, even if the baby doesn't come out with a bunch of defects or the least amount of defects, how would that affect the baby spiritually to come out of a body that's already unalive? Like, how is that going to affect the connection of the child? How does that affect the spiritual growth of a child? Like, I don't even know if I would risk that. Like, for real. I don't even know if I would risk bringing a child into this world going through that egregious experience. I mean, I don't know. That don't sound right. I'm sorry. 4 months? It's too much. After the fall of Roe versus Wade, existing state personhood laws could be enforced, resulting in the consequences both intended and unintended, such as in the Georgia case. Ziegler says the debate could open up an array of new legal questions for areas like in vitro fertilization, the census, or child support. As these cases spur more legal challenges, the issue could eventually land at the U.S. Supreme Court. Yeah, it probably will, with egregious as situations like that. It probably will. But shout out to that sister, Adriana. That is, RIP to her. Our condolences to her families. I pray that she has I was about to say had, but technically she has it. I mean, technically she has transitioned. Does anybody know how that is spiritually? If you die, if your brain is dead, are you spiritually gone? Is she still in this realm? Has she already transitioned? Somebody leave me that in the comments or put it in the chat. Y'all know about that. But I'm curious, is she stuck in the in-between? What happens? Like, is she still in there? Is she still conscious? Technically, she's not conscious because she's brain dead. So something like it's her spirit. If somebody who's aware about things like that, let me know in the comments. Okay, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'm gonna have to look into that because that's an interesting concept. I'm gonna say that complex for sure. But I pray that she does have a peaceful transition if she hasn't transitioned yet. But yeah, that's egregious, man. Condolences to her family, because I could just imagine that's such a heart-wrenching thing to go through, because you want to see your niece or your nephew or your grandchild. You want to meet them, but it's like, do you want to meet them under these circumstances? Do you want to risk bringing them into this world under these circumstances? Would she want to risk bringing them into this world? Your daughter or your sister, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever she was to whoever her baby father was. I would hope that they know her to the degree. Like, would you have wanted to risk that? I don't think I'm with that. I'm not gonna lie. That's hard, man. I can't sit up here and say, because it's a child, and I know how. That's why I'm like, but I can't. 4 months is too long to have somebody on life support and having a baby develop. Like, if they were just gonna do a C-section and take them out prematurely, okay. But you talking about having that baby go all the way up to 32 weeks? Lord, it's egregious, man. Sick world, man. All right, so now moving on. Snoop Dogg. So I actually talked about this before. I think, we talked about this on For the Culture. Shout out to For the Culture. Make sure y'all go subscribe to For the Culture if you ain't subscribed, man. Go subscribe. But we talked about this on For the Culture when Snoop and a bunch of other celebrities kind of came out and was going against Trump or whatever. Snoop in particular was like, yeah, which one of you tap dancing ass coons gonna come out and perform for Trump for his inauguration, or perform for Trump and like basically like really calling him out. So everybody was like behind him. This is pre-election, or pre-inauguration, this nigga won, pre-Trump. And he's like, yeah, he kind of like, so everybody was rocking with him, like, yeah, Snoop, we can't, I'm glad you standing on business. You can't be out there representing, you tap dancing for no damn Trump. That's crazy. That's what's up. Up until, he pops up at the fucking inauguration ball, the crypto inauguration ball, and he's DJing. So he got a lot of backlash for that. Rightfully so. A lot of people was like, bro, what you doing? You look like a hypocrite. How you gonna tell people not to support bro, and you turn around and basically show your support for bro? You're in his crypto ball, DJing for him. You're not just attending, nigga. You DJing. You working for this nigga. Like, why would you do that? So rightfully so, he got criticism. Now, when he responded back to that criticism, he was like, oh, y'all got me fucked up. I'm Uncle Snoop. Basically, essentially, this is what he said. I've been in the game too long. I done done too much for you niggas. Ain't no way in hell y'all about to tell me I'm a coon. So y'all gonna be all right, basically. I am not worried about that shit. Y'all gonna be all right. I'm smoking the J. I'm doing me. Y'all can't cancel me. Because, nigga, I've been here and I'm still gonna be here. That's essentially what his response was. Okay. Now, this is a few months after he's on the Breakfast Club officially making a statement about him, because what I just said, he was just on live, or he made like a quick Instagram video saying that he never addressed it after that. But this is him coming out officially and publicly addressing the backlash. Let's see what he says.
Nope. I hated that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I hated how they came at you.
And I love how my people defended me, but I didn't give y'all no ammunition. Meaning that I never said nothing. So it was kind of becoming like, damn, man, y'all keep riding on dog and I ain't finna have that. Y'all can't, but damn, he ain't said nothing. So it's like I can't fight for another man that ain't gonna fight for itself.
You hear people's opinions on when you did the crypto ball. Does that bother you?
No, I call it 30 for 30. Let me explain that to you. I DJ'd at the crypto ball for what, 30 minutes. Made a whole bunch of money, made a lot of relationships to help out the inner city and the community and teach financial literacy and crypto in a space that it don't exist. That's 30 minutes. 30 years, Snoop Dogg been doing great things for the community, building, showing up, standing up for the people, making it happen, being all I can be. So which one is it? 30 for 30. 30 minutes or 30 years? Oh, is it a crime?
Nope.
I hated that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I hated how they came at you.
And I love how my people. So tomorrow, is it a crime? I'm fighting.
And then they kept taking the video saying, well, he said this about Trump back then, but then he DJ. But it's not, you didn't endorse nobody. You just you DJ the party.
But those are bots. And then it's entertainers who was getting behind it and trying to make something out of it, which to me is like most of those guys, they live off of the internet and live off of that energy. The things that I do, even if I would have done it for him and hung out with him and took a picture with him, can't none of you tell me what I can and can't do. But I'm not a politician. I don't represent the Republican Party. I don't represent the Democratic Party. I represent the mother gangster party, period, point blank. And G don't explain. So that's why I didn't explain. That's why.
All right, that's enough. That's all I need to hear. Snoop, that's some bullshit. Can we keep it a bean? Can we keep it a bean? Can we keep it a buck, Snoop? That was some bullshit. Now, that weak ass excuse would have worked had you not said nothing about Trump. Had you not called out entertainers specifically and said, y'all about to come out here and tap. Had you not done that, then we would have let it pass. Then you could have came out like, yeah, I'm not supporting Trump. I just went in there because I have money to make some good connections. I learned about crypto, got some crypto, and then it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Maybe some people would have been like, why the fuck is Snoop there? But it wouldn't have been as big of a deal. And I'm going to do you one better. It really wouldn't have mattered had you been doing that. Had you been in right-wing spaces trying to get information to bring back to the people. But you wasn't doing that, Snoop. You was fucking with Kamala. You forgot? Oh, y'all must forget. Forget. Yeah, you was too busy running around with fucking Kamala. Just like the rest of these dumbass Negroes who was doing it, following behind Kamala. Come at me. Well, I don't even feel comfortable calling Kamala no more because she ain't black. So, I don't even know what the fucking what ethnicity, what you call it. What exactly I would call her. But yeah, come on. This is who you was behind. So you played the game, Snoop, and then you turned around and backtracked. You look like a fucking hypocrite. You should have just stood on that. Like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't say that shit, bro, because at the time I didn't mean it. But you know what? I've had a change of heart. I'm not gonna lie. I knew a couple other people that was going to the ball. I had whoever the fuck invited them out. They wanted me to DJ. So yeah, I took the opportunity and it was worth it. I'm not gonna lie. I learned a lot. I got some good connects. And yeah, you know. I mean, I can see if y'all think that wasn't a good look, but look, I know I'm still for the people. I'm still with y'all, but hey, all I'm saying is keep it a bean. You up here talking about, oh yeah, I did 30 minutes there, but I got 30 years. Fuck it. Yeah, well, that 30 minutes just tainted the shit out of them 30 years. That 30 minutes tainted the shit out of that 30 years. I'm sorry. It did. For a lot of people, it did. Because you didn't have to do that, Snoop. You're not no broke ass Negro working around. You need a job. You need to find out. First of all, you could have found out about cryptocurrency outside of it. You think, I'm sorry, was the Republicans the only niggas you could find to know about crypto? Are you crazy? Like, what? That's what I'm like, why would you come up with it? You might as well have just left it alone and not saying shit about it. Why would you bring it back up and come back with this weak ass excuse? Snoop, I'm disappointed. Brother, I'm highly disappointed. Because you could have at least stood on business. You too old to be folding, man. You too old to be folding, brother. Stand on the shit. You was quick to stand on it when you got up on the internet saying, hey, look, y'all can't cancel me. Now you gonna get up here and say, oh yeah, nah, well, I did 30 years, so this little 30 minutes that y'all didn't like, y'all gonna have to be all right. Nigga, we not. You wrong as shit, Snoop. Sorry. Sorry, Unc. You wrong as shit. You shouldn't have went. You didn't have to DJ at that. Nigga, you could have went there and learned the information and didn't DJ. Why the fuck was you up there DJing? For what? You didn't even explain that. You just said, yeah, it's just something I do on the side, you know, but you know. But why the fuck you DJ his event? Why you DJ his event though? Like, I mean, it's just hypocritical from your standpoint. Again, have you been like someone like Waka Flocka, who has been open about his views on both parties, who's been open about him not fucking with the Democrats, him standing on FBA business, him like, hey, look, Trump, he got the tag. I'm for policy. I'm fucking with these policies on the right. I ain't fucking with these policies on him being honest and clear cut about how what his political standings are. Now, if he would have did it, whatever. Like, okay, he's already been honest about how he feels. He's already came out and supported Trump publicly. Duh, why the fuck would he DJ a crypto ball? But for you to come out and specifically say y'all some coons for supporting this nigga, and then you gonna turn around and do it and act like, oh, well, y'all, I did 30 years supporting you niggas. You better be grateful. I deserve this little 30 minutes of tap dancing because I did 30 years for y'all. Nigga, please. You got me. I'm sorry. That's a weak ass excuse, Unc. It's a weak ass excuse, bro. That shit weak as fuck. I'm sorry. It's not flying over here. Not flying. I'm not working. It's a little cowardice. I'm gonna be real. You too old for that shit, man. You too old not to be standing on business, bro. That shit is cowardice. Like, seriously, get it together too. It's not even that deep. Like, honestly, I wouldn't even get. That's why I wouldn't give it. I wouldn't know he canceling celebrities who was supporting Trump. Should I be quicker to cancel one of my motherfuckers supporting because you supported the Shiva Wolfskin. We know who this nigga is. You was support the bitch that's pretending to be us. Pretending like she not as wicked as his ass? Wow. But I damn sure not supporting either. And I'm not going on either person who's supporting or not supporting either because I know both sides ain't for us. So you're sadly mistaken, just like the other Negroes on the other side. Sadly, both of you Negroes are mistaken if you're going to either one of them fucking sides because neither one of them sides is for us. It's point blank period. So now I'm not getting up here and dragging all every celebrity that endorses their particular candidate unless it's propaganda behind it. Now, unless it's clear that you got some handlers, some white supremacists that have told you to show public support, like some of the people that we had, the Megan Stallions, the Amber Roses, some of these people we seen is like, all right, yeah, okay. Beyonce is like, yeah, clearly you were told to come out and show public support. Like, clearly, because Beyonce, you don't even be out here. We ain't seen your ass since Obama. Was she even out here for Hillary? I don't even think she was out here for Hillary for real. We ain't seen your ass since Obama for real, girl. Where the fuck you come from for Kamala? Please, yeah. Go back to your, whatever little, space you be in. Okay, under your little rock you be in up until you make an album. Because we don't be seeing you become to nobody else. So yeah. Hit the like button, please. Hit the like button. A to Z, you are looking divine tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, Snoop, that's weak as hell. Like, that was weak. It was weak. I'm not feeling it at all. You gotta do, brother. You gotta do better. That ain't it. You too old for that, bro. I'm sorry. You too old to be not standing on business. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm sorry. Like, this is just, it's too easy. You know what? And you know what I meant to touch on too? I wanted to touch on, and I'm not going to even get into all of the egregious details, but I see Papoose and Remy Ma going back and forth. It's not a good look, y'all. It's not a good look. Oh, hold up. I got to talk about this. I knew I was missing something. That's why I went to my page. I got to talk about this. 2 seconds before I get into that. But that is a bad look. Hold up. But that ain't what the fuck I want to talk about, though. This is it right here. I'm like, hold up. What was the other thing I need to talk about? This is it right here. Hold up. But yeah, that Papoose and Clarissa Shields and Remy Ma, that shit looks egregious. I'm sorry. From all parties involved, it's not a good look. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's not a good look, y'all. Papoose, I mean, they going back and forth. Now Papoose talking about, now they airing each other dirty laundry out. Like, it's like, y'all niggas been married for like 20, how long was they married? 20 years? A long time. Too long. Y'all been married too long. Y'all got children together. Y'all should not be going back and forth with it like this. I'm sorry. One of y'all got to choose the higher route. Because no way y'all should be going back and forth with it. And y'all got kids of age that can see this shit. It's a bad look. Papoose up here talking about it, wrote all her raps. 90% of her raps. Whoa, that was crazy. Honestly, not really unbelievable though, because Papoose could rap like shit. I'm not gonna lie. So I mean, that ain't really that unbelievable. I'm not gonna. He might be telling the truth. Maybe not 90, but maybe like 75. He might have wrote a good portion. He probably did give her a lot of hooks or verses. I mean, that man can rap. So, whatever. But she said he was selling her Cartier watch, and I mean, it's getting real messy. Clarissa Shields on the radio doing interviews, answering questions, and it's like, y'all gotta get the fuck over it. Y'all too old for this shit. Now, Clarissa Shields understands she the youngest out of the bunch, but Pat, Remy, y'all gotta get the hell up off the internet. I'm sorry, y'all trying to make one look worse than the other, and both of y'all look crazy as hell to me. Remy, I'm gonna say this. Remy, you look just a little bit more crazier because you are the one who started the bullshit when you cheated publicly. And you cheated with a fucking battle rap. I seen her say, I didn't do nothing wrong. You ain't do nothing wrong, bitch. You crazy. Do you realize that from our perspective, you the only reason y'all in this position? What the? You ain't do nothing wrong, child, and you cheated on that man with a fucking battle rap artist? Out of all people, a battle rap artist, the realm of which he's completely indulged in, you go mess with a nigga who from, right, and you did nothing. So I'm like, Nikki, Remy, you already look wrong as hell. And then now Papoose talking about he done caught her cheating multiple times. I'm like, oh, Lord. It's just, y'all, it's not a good look for black love, black unity, black relationships, man. There was a good face for us for a long time, y'all. Get that shit off the internet. Take that shit to court, settle it in court, go to therapy, family therapy if you need to, and get the fuck over it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not with the whole people like, yeah, team Clarissa team. I'm not with that. This nigga's not even legally unmet. They're not even legally divorced. They're not legally divorced. I'm not in support of you being with a legal man. So no, I'm not in support with Clarissa and Papoose. I be seeing their little punching videos and it was cute. I'm not gonna lie, it was cute. He was sparring her, and he did like a little freestyle and mentioned her. It was cute. But I'm like, I'm not with that. He's fucking married. You're with a married man publicly. It's a bad look, Clarissa. That's not a good look, man. I don't give a damn what the circumstances. If that nigga name is still on paper, if her last name is legally still his last name on paper, you should not be messing with that man. I don't really give a damn what the circumstance is. I'm gonna just be real. There's not really no unexcusable circumstances for that. Unless, the person is out of the country. I mean, ain't no unexcusable. You should not be messing with no married person, period. So battle rap nigga, wrong as hell. Remy, wrong as hell. Clarissa Shields, wrong as hell. Okay, Papoose, wrong. But he's also, was done wrong first. So I'm like, I ain't about to say he wrong as hell. I mean, I get it. Agrees. Even though I disagree with it vehemently. Let me get to this. John Boyega recently was at a protest. I had to Google what protest it was. Apparently it was a Black Lives Matter protest, which is a bit of a red flag in my opinion. But it wasn't a Black Lives Matter protest here. It was actually in the UK. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I don't know if are they Black Lives Matter, the same organization as the one here? It was like different chapters, different founders, kind of. So it's like Black Lives Matter UK founders are different. Is that different from? I don't know. Yeah, let me know in the comments. But yeah, he was there and he had a very emotional speech to give at the rally. He was crying. It was kind of cute. So let's look.
Black men, we need to take care of black women. We need to take care of them. They are ours. They are our hearts. They are our future. We cannot demonize our own. We are the pillars of the family. Imagine this, a nation that is set up with individual families that are thriving, that are healthy, that communicate, that raise their children in love, have a better rate of becoming better human beings. And that's what we need to create. Black men, it starts with you. And it's done, man. We can't be trash no more. We have to be better. Do you not understand? I'm speaking to you from my heart. This message is...
Look at them sounding like us. Black power. The influence is crazy. But I let her see it, though. Nonetheless, I let her see it.
Look, I don't know if I'm going to have a career after this. Fuck. Yeah, Today is about innocent people who are halfway through their process. We don't know what George Floyd could have achieved. Look, I don't know if I'm gonna have a career after this.
I wish he wouldn't have said that. That was a little cringy to me. I don't know if I'm having a career after this. First of all, boy, it's Black Lives Matter. Why the hell you wouldn't have no damn career after that? We already know that was some fucking CIA bullshit anyway, basically. You're gonna have a career after this, bro. Like, I don't see why you will be canceled or something. It's actually gonna be a good look, to be honest, especially for the liberals. and stuff. Yeah, this is I doubt you going to be negatively affected by this. But I did like the fact he was out there speaking. He's a very prominent Black actor. He was in a Star Wars film. And yeah, it's good to see brothers of his stature, speaking up on issues like that, and connecting to the people on the grassroots, if that was the grassroots out there, because Black Lives Matter some bullshit, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Black Lives over there is as much bullshit as it is here. So maybe over there they a little more, they actually organized and doing something over there. I don't know. But I think that is what's up though. That he is doing something, if it's not controlled, if it's not some controlled bullshit, then that's what's up. He was at a protest, he's speaking on the behalf of Black men, telling Black men to do better, protect Black women, which that whole protect Black women, they love to push that though. So I'm like, I do love it, but it could be the liberal, and then there's the Black Lives Matter, so it could be some liberal, propaganda kind of. I didn't see his whole speech, but kind of floating around in there, or the reasoning of why he's there, so and I'm all for protect Black women, but the liberals love to use that slogan and they've kind of turned that into like a feminist kind of slogan now, and now the Black women that you hear kind of singing at, or Black men you hear kind of screaming at, have kind of, at least on the mainstream level, have kind of turned it so it's like when you hear that, you almost hearing protect Black women, but to hell with Black men. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's kind of, or maybe that's just me. That's kind of what I be hearing with, because I know the feminist propaganda behind it. You're not really saying protect Black women. You're just saying this as a separative tool. You're trying to use this to separate us. Like, oh, you're not being protected. Look at how much they not protecting you. Yeah. Go be a strong Black woman like that statue. And make sure that you need to be protected. Like, I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Now is the time. Emotional John Boyega addresses protesters at London Black Lives Matter. Let me just read a little bit while he was out there. Star made an emotional speech. Black lives have always mattered. Boyega said at the rally, we have always been important. We have always meant something. We have always succeeded regardless. And now is the time. I ain't waiting. That's what he said. This is a different video.
Black lives have always mattered. We have always been important. We have always meant something. We have always succeeded, regardless. And now is the time. I ain't waiting.
That's all right. Every Black person understands and realizes the first time you are reminded that you are Black, Boyega. You remember, every person in here remembers when another person reminded you that you were Black. Crowds braved bad weather together for a central London protest following the lead of activists who have organized demonstrations in the U.S. for more than a week in response to Floyd's killing at the hands of Minneapolis police officers. This is another video.
Black men.
Even him crying too, though. I mean, I think that's sweet too, but also is that propaganda? Because they love to push the strong Black woman, protect Black women. But she's also the strong Black woman, and her accomplice is always the effeminate Black man, or the effeminized Black man, or the butt-broken Black man. So I'm like, is the crime genuine, or is this to push a message? Boyega is solid, but differently being used, but definitely being, I think you meant definitely, you said differently, being used to push some propaganda. Yeah, I'm like, because bro seemed cool. I ain't really heard nothing bad about John Boyega, I don't think, like, for real. I can't think of nothing that would make me have a bad taste in my mouth about him, but I know that because he is a big Hollywood actor, he definitely can be used to push propaganda like this. Let me see. The British-Nigerian actor listed the names of several Black men killed by the police in the United States, and also those of Stephen Lawrence, a Black British teenager murdered in a racially motivated attack in 1993. Wow. Damn, you couldn't name nobody more recent? And Mark Duggan, whose 2011 shooting by police sparked protests and then riots. Wow. Damn. I mean, that's what's up. Not to say that you can, but that's what's up that he couldn't name nobody recent, but, just shows the difference in, over there and over here. This is so vital. I need you guys to understand how painful this is. It is very important that we keep control of this movement and we make this as peaceful as possible. They want us to mess up. We went on to address Black men specifically, urging them to take care of our Black women. rallies across Europe and around the world recent days, both in solidarity with American protesters to highlight racism in their own countries. Okay, all right, that's what's up. We let it see it. Yeah, that's all right. Shout out to John Boyega, though. I pray that that is a genuine act of pro-blackness. Okay, hopefully he was really trying to contribute with that act, and that wasn't some propaganda nonsense he was trying to push. But that looked pretty innocent to me. You know, I'm not about it. You know, I got to keep the 10-foot bonnet on just in case. But that looked pretty innocent, so I ain't mad at it. Shout out to the brother for being out there. That's what's up. He was out there with the people on the grassroots. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in UK that's standing with us. To solidarity, be one. Shout out to y'all. That's all right. But yeah. All right, let me get up on out of here, man. Before I leave though, let me make sure I pull this up one more time. Let me pull this up again, okay, just in case you're watching the playback and you scroll past it. No judgment. You fast forward through my videos. I don't appreciate it, but it's cool. But make sure y'all come see me this weekend. I'm gonna be at Malcolm X Park in Northwest DC. Our good brother Malcolm X is going. I'm sorry, I said Malcolm X. Our good brother Mike Epps is going to be hosting. It's going to be a good time. They're going to have go-go bands. It's going to be a comedy concert. It's going to be food. It's a family event. Please bring all your children. Bring all the children. Okay. And it's going to be a good time. DC Pie Man is going to be there. My daddy. We're going to have some bean pies. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be a great time. Y'all make sure y'all come out from 11 a.m. to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Won't be the last time. I'm probably talking about it again tomorrow, honestly, before I go live. But yeah, y'all come out and see me. It's going to be a good time. All right. But other than that, shout out to the chat, man. I appreciate y'all coming in here so late, yo. I know it's late as hell, but y'all really stayed up in here with me. At 1 a.m, y'all up in here with me. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate you. Hustle Up, Ever Made, Marcus Moore, Low-Key Lee, FBA Built America, love that name. Freedom Ali, K Smith, Marcus Moore. Y'all have a wonderful night. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
We do not play, but I agree. You fuck with the team, might find your West in the creek. We crossing our T's, we don't never miss it.